Okay guys, you're welcome back. So I'll just go on and cut the bodice. That is a half cut. I'm going to be using from my shoulder measurement to the under bust. Exactly, that's what I'm going to use to cut this lovely dress. So right now I'll take my bust point, which is 10 inch, and then down to 13 inch. That is my under bust point. So I'm going to add extra 1 inch. That is joining allowance for the shoulder and the downside. So go again. If you know you are enjoying this my way of cutting direct on fabric, please do not forget to comment down under the comment section and tell me and like. Yes, I also we have a video on pattern making, but right now let's just keep enjoying this one. So this is my shoulder measurement. That is 16 divided by 2, and I'm going to add ½ inch. Okay, this is ½ inch. I'm going to take the same measurement, bring it down again. You can see the way I folded this fabric. I want this fabric to be well managed, so that's why it's well folded like this. So I want to make the blouse from this same fabric. It's just a 2.5 inch. Okay, so this is it. Now this is it, this is it, this is it. So now right now I'll apply my bust measurements. Right now, as I'm applying my bust, all the measurements, let me quickly note this out, because I want this particular dress to be, it's going to be a silhouette, it's going to be free on me. I want it to be free, not too free, but just something I'm not going to fix zip at the back. So what I'll do, I've decided that on my major measurements, like my bust, which is 36, I added 1 inch, making it 37. So I'm going to be using, I added 1 inch to each and every one of them that I'm going to be using here. So it's just measuring my bust only. Okay, I'm just going to use that to get everything I want here. So I added extra 1 inch. So that is what I'm going to use for this, because I want it to be free. I want it to be a free yes. So as you can see, I'm applying the same thing here. You can do it like that, or you can go on to just add extra half inch by the side when you're. So this is my allowance, 1 inch, 1 inch. I don't want too much. So right now on this particular one, know the way I always do it. Go up by 4 inch from your bust point. If you have tried this method before, I believe you have gotten a good answer from it, because after using this method of getting the across chest, it usually comes out perfect and fitted. There are other methods you can try, but this one works. You can still try another one, but I will encourage you to try this one. So now this is it, and of course I know that I want to shape in my cross chest, so I don't want it to be just like that. So I'm taking the half of this place. So let me just go with, let me say 4.5. Okay, so now my normal across chest is 13, so that is 6.5. So instead of using the 6.5, I'm going to use 7.5. That 7.5 is for the joining side here. So right now I'm going to be shaping this by this. So I added extra ½ inch on this side, so that it will have the easy free yet a nice fitting by the side. So that is how I'm going to be shaping it. I'm shaping it by that. Very easy, just like this. So by the time you are through with your stitching, you will see that the dress will have some allowance by the side. It won't just be a perfect fit. Okay, so that is it. So I didn't use the normal this is 7.5, this 7.5. So I didn't use this 6, I didn't use just 7, I made it 7.5. So there is extra half inch on the two sides. Okay, so right now I will go on to cut. While I apply my neck measurements, I'm coming down by 4 inch here because it's going to be a fitted neck. So I'm going in by 3 inch. It's going to be a fitted neck. A fitted neck. But I don't want it to be tight on my neck. So I'm coming out by 4 inch. Sorry. It should be 3 inch. Okay. So this is an actual circle neck, just a normal fitted circle neck. So I believe you love it the way it is. So that is it. So I'll take out my shoulder slant. This shoulder slant, I usually like taking it out on the back, like when I join the front and the back together, but you can still do it this way. So just mark it. So I don't want it to be too slanted, so I didn't use exact 1 inch. Okay, just a little slant. Okay, so that is it. As you can see, that is just it. So I'm cutting out just like this. This is my allowance, and I'll go like this, like this, like this, and that is it. So let's go to the back side. So you can see the way I'm cutting. This my table is too slippery, too slippery. Change your way. Change your way, table. Change your way. Yeah. Okay. So this is it. So I'll take this and cut the back side. So this is the back. I've placed it on this back, and I'm just going to cut the same thing on fold. This particular fabric is not a stretchy fabric, it's just a normal crepe. It's a bit stretchy by the side. So what I'm cutting here is the same method you can use when you're cutting a fabric that is not stretching. Okay, so I'll come down by 1 inch. So okay, like using my hand to rule. If you know you are not very good at it like this, I'm not so good. I'm still getting good, but I believe in practice makes perfect. Do not forget to go on and use your curve. So there is no dart on this. It's just a plain dress with a very nice tiered plain dress. Okay. Okay, so this is it. Front and back is ready. So let me go on to cut the gathered. So guys, I finished drafting the gathers, the length for the gathers. So what I will just do right now is to reduce the first layer of the tier dress. That is the first layer of the gathered. Okay, so that is that particular line you are seeing. I'm going to reduce it by 12 inch. That way I'll save fabric. Okay, so instead of me extending that one by looking for more fabric to extend it, I will just reduce this one. So that is another way you can do it to save fabric instead of you going to extend more and look for more fabric. So this is just it. Right now, cut that particular one out. That is the first layer. Okay, the one I'm going to attach direct to the underbust. I'll cut it out and gather it. Then I'll use this one to pack it below. Okay, let's go on and sew. So guys, this is my sleeve. This is my sleeve. So I've been able to measure out the length I want for my sleeve. This sleeve is going to have it's going to be a kind of puff sleeve, but not the regular puff sleeve, just gathered kind of puff sleeve. So right now, this is my cap. Just going to take just 2-inch. Okay, so I'm just going to curve it. You know, I like curving. Okay, so this is my cap. So this is it. So the length of the sleeve is 11.5. It's my length. So 11.5, and I'm going to apply it all through. This sleeve is going to have excess. It's going to have fullness because of the gathered at the hem point. So I'm going to gather it. Please, if you know you are enjoying this video, this is the moment where you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. So this particular sleeve right now, the cap sleeve, it's longer and larger than my tape rule. I don't know what is wrong with the head like this. It's not my actual armhole length. So I'll take the measurement of my armhole length now so that you will see the excess I'm adding to this point, because I'm going to pleat it a bit. So I have 20 here. 20 is okay. Okay, normally I make use of 19, okay, but 20 is okay. So 19 is a perfect fit. If you want a loose fit, for me, yeah, for me. So, and that's well, not just for me, it goes for many people. Most of my sewing and measurements, I usually make use of that. So right now I'm going to add just 1-inch sewing allowance here. So that means at the end of the day, this is what I'm going to pleat. I'm going to be pleating this 2-inch here. That is what I'm going to pleat. So I'll also add my 1-inch here and bring it down. So normally this is not my armhole length. So this is 11.5. My normal, sorry, not my arm, my bicep, was referring to my bicep. So that is the point where the sleeve is going to hold me like this. Okay, the bicep. Okay, so right now I'll just go on. Right now together bicep is just like 6-inch or 6.5. So this is the rest I'm going to plait. So that's the excess added to this. So I'm going to go on and cut it out. This is our sleeve. Just pleat here like 1 and 2. Okay, and then this side is also going to be pleated there. This side is going to be gathered before you fit it into the band. Okay, so anyways, you're going to see the process. So guys, I'm cutting out. Don't forget this particular measurements I took here, this 11.5, it also include the 0.5 there is my gathering allowance. That is a hem allowance. That is what I'm going to use to turn it with the band. Okay, so don't forget that. So that means my measurement for this particular sleeve is just 11-inch. So the half is what I'm going to use to turn it with the band. Okay, so I'll cut. These are our 1-inch. Okay. Okay. So that is our sleeve. Very, very, very lovely. So go on and cut the second one. By the time you are done cutting the sleeves, sewing the sleeves, will take another half inch to join. So guys, I finished with the sleeve. Oh, Now I'm going to go ahead and cut the facing. Okay, so this is the sleeve, the sleeve, this is the two sleeve. So I'll cut the facing. In case you have been finding it difficult to cut facing, this is a very easy way you cut facing. So this is my fabric, and I'll just take the front side of this fabric and place like this. You can see how it is. I'll place it now like this. Okay, so this is my facing. Actually, sometimes when I cut facing, I like it to cover up this whole length. Sometimes I cut my facing as long as this, so I use enough fabric. So I'll cut out here. You understand? So the facing covers everywhere here. So it all depends on how you want your facing. So this one, the fabric needs to be economized. So right now I'm economizing it. So please, 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 please hit the subscribe button. After this, I'll go on to join it together so that you see the outcome. So this is the same method you use to cut any facing you want to cut. So this is the same way I will use to cut the back. So I can decide to leave it to, to stop at this length, but I don't want it that long. So I will just cut it shorter. So later on, I'll whip it inside. Okay, so this is just how it is. So this is how my facing is. So I'm going to whip it here. Right, so in case if I decided to extend it the way I do extend sometimes, that means I'm going to join it together while sewing the sleeve. So I'll fold it together, everything will be together with the sleeve, and it's just balance. So it all depends on you and which one you want. So guys, right now just go on and start stitching. Let's go to the machine. So I'm going to go on and stitch it just like this on the line of road, and then come in like this, go in, and then so I'll stitch it now. So you can see the way I'm moving. Now I've left my needle here, so I'm turning it. In case you have watched my other video on how to sew on curved zigzag lines, so right now I'm going this way. So I'm done with the stitching. Remember, like I told you, you make it a bit longer. So when I turn it now, I will notch it. So instead of making it exact 4 inch, I made it 3.5. So this side covers the remaining ½ inch. So now we'll notch this side. It will now bring it to a balance of, it will now balance it to 4 inch. So I will turn it now. So guys, this is just how it looks after I notched it. So you notch it properly, then turn it. Okay, so right now we'll go and press it down so everything will lie flat. Okay, so I'm going to turn the back. This is the back side. So when I'm through, I will couple it with the front side. Uncoupling, and this is it. So right now, time to join it with the front side. Okay, so this is it. So this is it. This is it. So this is the other side. So they are both on, this is the two fronts. They are faced each other. So why they facing at the back? Okay, so what I'll just do right now is I'll pick this one and this one, and I'll spread it out together like this. I'll spread it out like this. You can see, and I'll stitch it straight. I'll just stitch it straight all the way down here. So when I'm done doing that, the two necks must have been aligned. Okay, so I believe I'm not confusing you with this. So these are the two facing. So I'm joining it together from the neck, from this part of the neck. Okay, so just for you to get it clearly, by the time you turn it over after joining, it will be like this. You can see, you notice that the neck has been turned automatically, and this side will be here, and this side will be here. So I'll turn it and show you how it looks like. So guys, this is it after I finish joining the shoulders. This has not been ironed. I'm just sewing this straightforward to save time. The dress is mine, so I will iron it once I'm through. So you can see from the way it is here, you can see, so the necklines are aligning very well. So the next thing to do right now is to hold the two sides, and after I hold the two sides, so guys, right now this is down, that is the last tiered, the second layer and the last layer. So I'm going to hem this side first before I gather the side here. So I'm going to hem here so that once I gather it, everything will just flow. So I will gather it and also fix it together with the other. So I fixed the first layer. This is it. Okay, I didn't pleat anything here on this upside. I just want it to be plain, but you can go on to pleat it. But in case you want to pleat this side, when cutting it, do not forget to add some extra seam. Here I use just one seam, 1 inch seam allowance. So in case you want to do some little pleat on this upside, add like extra, maybe make it 2 inch, so that when you pleat it briefly, it will still match. Okay, but here I didn't. I just like it the way it is plain, so I pleated just this down. So I'll go on to make the second layer and also attach it together. So guys, you can see from the back side, I finished joining the second side. So I'm going to God, English, oh God, I'm going to finalize it here. I'm just going to hold it together here. You understand? This is where I'm holding everything together. So that's why I turn the back, so that you see how it is. So and once I join it now, I'll turn it front so that you see the look. Okay, so guys, I believe you like the the outcome of this dress, the way it's looking. Do not forget to give it a try. Do not forget to try your own, and don't forget to, you can have this same method, use it on anytime you want to make dresses like this, nice tiered dresses. You can go on to make more tiered. You understand? Just follow this direction and you will get it right, perfect and accurate. Okay, so I will go on and start preparing the sleeve now. I'll just do small gather on the sleeve and then puff it. All right guys, so I hope you're enjoying this particular tutorial. If you know you're enjoying it, give me a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. So guys, as you can see, I've been able to gather here. So all you need to do is just sew two straight lines, and then stretch it. Okay, so I've been able to gather here. So the next thing I'll do now is that I'm going to use my band. You understand, and turn it. So I will just hem it. So guys, this is the outcome. So I've used this band. This is the back side. Okay, this is the back. So I'm using the back. I just place the band here. So I'm going to turn it to the front. Okay, and I'll end it here. I'll just move it in like this and stitch. So I'll top stitch it there at the front. This is the front side. So okay, just be patient and you see the end. So guys, this is the outcome. So I've been able to bend it from this side, from the back. This is the back, into this side. I kind of like it like this, but if you don't like yours like this, you can leave this particular side to be your front. Okay, you can use it to be your front, but if you are okay with this, the top stitching at the front is still a nice style. Okay, so that is just it. So I will go on to make the back, the second one, and then attach it to the sleeve. All right.